Hello, today we are going to make a little tiny steampunk top hat that is perfect for going on top of cupcakes or decorating for a party or an event. You should have the following pieces: the main body of the hat, a brim with little slots in it, a brim with no slots, a red band, a black band for the aviator goggles, three different layers here for the aviator goggles, two feathers, and then two gears and two little gear rings that go on to those. So I'm going to start off with the main body of the hat, and I want to curl this main section around like this. So I'm going to start off by just using my fingers to just gently curl it around. I'm not folding it. I'm not really giving it a hard crease. I'm just gently kind of curling it around my fingers. And then after you've done that, you can actually kind of curl it a little more like this, kind of over curl it. And then when you let go, kind of has that nice natural curled shape that makes it easier to work with. Now, these tabs are going to go into these slots to attach the hat together. And we're not going to put them in this way, like a lot of people like to or want to do. We're going to put them in from the outside of the hat they're going to push into those slots into the inside of the hat. So first we're going to take these tabs and we're going to fold the sides of the tabs in like this. And actually I'm going to fold them, instead of folding them to the outside like this, I'm going to fold them to the inside, or what would be the inside of the hat. I'm going to fold this one, just bending those sides in. Now I'm going to take this tab and I'm going to keep those folds pinched with my fingers, and I'm going to push it into that little slot. And you can actually feel it kind of click and open up on the back side. And I'm going to do the same with this one. Just push it in like that. It will open up on its own, but you may also want to kind of reach a finger in and go ahead and open up that tab on the inside of the hat. It just helps make sure that that tab locks. We want it to lock so that that tab can't open back up and the hat pop open. Now we're going to fold down these side tabs on the hat, and then the top of the hat will fold down like this. And we're just going to add a small dab of glue to each of these. Okay. And then fold that down and just make sure they line up. You can reach a finger in from the bottom into the inside of the hat and just make sure that all of those get nice and stuck down. Okay, now we're going to take the brim that has the little slots in it, and you're just going to slide it over like so. Make sure that the brim is flush with this part and that there's no gapping, so make sure it's all the way down. And once it's all the way down, fold these little tabs outward like so. And then we're just going to add a little dab of glue under each tab. I'm using hot glue. You could use any kind of glue you're comfortable with, that as long as it holds paper together. So whatever type of paper that you're using to make this. Again, we're just putting a very small dab under each tab. This just holds the hat together. Okay, and now we're going to put this on just like that over the top by adding glue to this piece. And then just line it up, push it on. I like to walk my fingers all the way around the brim, making sure that that's all squeezed down and that there's no glue coming out through the sides, but there's also not like a big gap there. It's nice and flush. And now we have the main body of our little hat. The next steps are all the decorations. So these are some goggles, these are some gears, these are some feathers. You could use all of these to decorate it, and I'm going to show you how to do that here. Or you can freeform it. You can do something different than I'm doing. You could add your own little pieces. You could just use some of these pieces. It's really up to you and what you want to do. I am going to start off by adding this red band. I'm going to start at this seam in the back. That's where the edge of this is going to go. The shape of this should curl down like this. I'm going to add glue to the back of this. And then I'm going to quickly just wrap it around like that. My end's hanging out here at the end. Just add a little more glue. Okay. And now I'm going to add these little aviator goggles that I think are just super cute. So I'm going to, again, starting at the back, this time I'm actually going to find the center of this. I'm going to add just a little dab of glue to the center. And I'm going to start the center on that back seam. And I want it to be kind of in the middle of the band, like that. Wrap this around to the front. I'm going to add just a little bit of glue to the end. And on this side, just a little bit of glue to the end. Okay. Now that's our center front where that little break is. I'm going to start off with this part of the goggles. I'm going to glue that on. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh no, that's right. I'm going to start with that. I'll put a little glue here and here. I'll line that up in the center and then just push those down like that. Now I'm going to take my black layer of the goggles. I'm going to add glue to that. Just like that. And then I'm going to put that down on top of the goggles. And now I'm going to do my last layer, and I'm going to glue that right all the way on top. So this is the hardest layer to glue. You don't need a ton of glue, just kind of the edges. In fact, for this, these pieces are so small, really tacky glue might work a little easier than the hot glue I'm using here. Oh, didn't get it fast enough. Okay. There you go. Now you've got nice, cute little layered goggles on there, little aviator goggles. Now I'm going to add these feathers and the gears. The feathers, I like to kind of fold them down the middle. Give it a little crease down the middle, fold it. That gives the feather a little more just dimension and shape. I'm going to put that one right there on the side. Again, you can place these really however you like to place them. It's, you know, a little up to your artistic desire, really, how you want it. This one I'm going to put like that. And now I'm going to add these little gears. I think I'm going to put like one right there and maybe one up a little. Maybe one kind of, I'm going to tuck one back a little and then put one there. So for these, first I'm going to Put a little glue on this outer ring. That just lines up around the outside of the gear, just like that. I'm going to put a little dab of glue right in the middle and stick that to the hat. And I'm going to do the same with this one. A little dab of glue on that ring. Line it up on the outside of the gear. Again, these are very delicate, so you might want to, pretty small pieces, you might want to use tacky glue or something like that. Might be a little easier. Something that dries a little slower, especially if you're doing a lot of these. You might want to just kind of make an assembly line. I'm going to put that one like that. And then we have this cute little steampunk hat that is ready to go on top of cupcakes or decorate for a party or whatever it is that you want to use it for. One other thing about this is a lot of times these steampunk hats have a little bit of curl to the sides, so you can actually curl up the sides of this brim like that and like this. Just kind of use your finger and just give it a nice gentle little curl, kind of, not too hard, but that gives it like a little bit of shape. It kind of just makes it a little extra cute.